If you're watching this right now, don't go anywhere, because what you're about to hear is the story behind the Elvis song that made every judge on America's Got Talent cry. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why the entire world is still talking about this Filipino singer. Before we dive in, make sure to like this video and subscribe, because stories like this deserve to be heard. It all began with a quiet young man named Marco Hernandez, a 27-year-old Filipino singer from Quezon City. He grew up in a small rented room above a sari-sari shop, raised by a single mother who worked double shifts just to put rice on the table. Marco wasn't the type who chased cameras or bragged about his talent. In fact, most people didn't even know he could sing until they heard him humming Elvis songs while helping his mother fold laundry late at night. She always told him, "Anak, your voice, it's a gift. One day, the world will hear it." But life wasn't kind to Marco. Years passed, and instead of chasing music, he took job after job: construction helper, delivery rider, part-time waiter. Every time someone asked why he didn't pursue singing, he'd just smile and say, "Maybe someday." That someday stayed far away until his mother fell seriously ill. The medical bills piled up, and Marco had only one thought: I need to help her somehow. That was when a friend sent him the AGT audition link and said, "Bro, this is your shot. Your voice could change everything." With borrowed money and trembling hands, Marco boarded a plane for the first time in his life. When he stepped onto the AGT stage, he looked completely overwhelmed: bright lights, thousands of faces, cameras everywhere. But what struck the judges wasn't fear, it was the sadness in his eyes, a quiet storm that carried years of sacrifices and silent prayers. Simon Cowell leaned forward and asked, "Why AGT? Why now?" Marco swallowed hard. "Because my mom, she always believed in me. And I want to make her proud before I lose her." The room fell silent. Then he said he would be singing "Can't Help Falling in Love" by Elvis Presley, his mother's favorite. The audience murmured. It was a classic. A risk. One wrong note and the moment would crumble. But Marco closed his eyes, took a breath, and began. From the first line, the room changed. His voice wasn't loud or showy, it was warm, trembling, and filled with a kind of honesty that couldn't be faked. He sang like a man who had carried pain for years and finally found a place to release it. The tone was soft at first, then soared with heartbreaking clarity. Each lyric felt like a message to his mother, a thank you, a goodbye, a prayer. Halfway through the song, people in the audience were already wiping tears. Heidi covered her mouth. Howie looked stunned. Sophia whispered, "Oh my God," but the moment that broke everyone was the final note, soft, fragile, almost whispered, yet powerful enough to echo through the entire theater. It was as if Marco was holding his mother's hand through every second of it. When the last note faded, there was silence. Not the awkward kind, the sacred kind. The kind that happens when everyone in the room feels something at the same time. Then the audience rose as one. A full standing ovation. Marco looked shocked. His hands trembled. Tears rolled down his cheeks. And that was when Simon stood up, slowly, emotionally, and said words that no one expected. "I didn't just hear you sing. I felt your heart. That was one of the most beautiful performances I have ever witnessed." Heidi was crying so hard she had to fan her face. Sophia said Marco's voice felt like a hug you didn't know you needed. And Howie, usually the toughest to please, said, "Your mother must be so proud." Then, without another word, Sophia pressed the golden buzzer. Gold confetti exploded in the air. Marco fell to his knees, crying, overwhelmed. He wasn't thinking about fame, or money, or the cameras. He was thinking of his mother back home, the woman who believed in him when the world didn't even know his name. The confetti sparkled on his hair like tiny stars, and as the judges and audience cheered, Marco whispered one thing: "This is for you, Ma." Backstage, he called his mother through video chat. When she picked up, she was already crying. She had watched the entire audition through a neighbor's TV. "Anak," she whispered, "your dream, it's happening." And for the first time in a long time, Marco believed it too. But the journey didn't stop there. Overnight, Marco's audition went viral. Millions of people shared his story, people who saw their own struggles reflected in his voice. He received messages from all over the world, OFWs, single parents, dreamers, fans of Elvis, people battling illness, people who had lost someone they loved. They all told him the same thing: "Your song healed something in me." When Marco returned to the AGT stage for the semifinals, the judges welcomed him like family. Simon said, "I've been waiting for this." And as Marco performed again, stronger, braver, more confident, the audience screamed his name. Even though life had thrown so many challenges at him, Marco proved something powerful: talent may open doors, but heart makes people listen. Today, Marco's story continues to inspire millions. His mother is still fighting her illness, but with proper treatment, something Marco can now afford, she's improving. And every time he sings, she sits proudly in the front row of his heart, cheering him on. So if you're watching this right now, remember this: no dream is too far, no struggle too heavy, and no voice too small. When your moment comes, step onto your stage, just like Marco did, and let the world hear your heart. If this story moved you even a little, please like this video, leave a comment of support for Marco, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories that uplift the soul. Because sometimes, one song, sung with truth, can change everything.